Biology is a reality. Denying reality is not going to make people's lives better. It's going to make it markedly worse.
So you were comparing the LGBTQ community to animals that are not humans. And I wanted to ask specifically...
No, I was comparing the argument of transgender people to be a thing they are not, to people who also claim to be a thing they are not. That was the argument.
So I wanted to ask, if we're a developed society and our mind thinks differently than other animals, shouldn't we have the ability to go to a higher level where we are able to overcome the societal constructs that have been created and create something in which each individual is happy, instead of thinking that we have to go over the social construct?
So I don't think biology is a social construct, and I think the greatest way of finding unhappiness in your life is to go to direct war with biological reality. This is a very stupid thing. If you walk off the 99th floor of a building saying we've developed in our society to the point where really we should be able to transcend the laws of physics, about halfway down, you're going to realize this is a very bad idea. And if you do the same thing with biology, saying that biology no longer matters because we, in our Cartesian minds, are able to have ourselves soar above the realities of biology, this is a very bad way of living your life that's going to end with an enormous amount of misery. Biology is a reality. Denying reality is not going to make people's lives better. It's going to make it markedly worse.
But it's not biology, it's gender. Gender is not biology.
Biology and gender are interconnected, and to pretend that they are not is to ignore all available data. I mean, this notion that gender is some sort of free-floating idea out there and that there's no actual differences between men and women except for the fact that men are slightly larger and can carry heavier burdens. And even, by the way, there are members of the more radical LGBT community who even deny that. They suggest that even, which is why they're suggesting that, for example, biological males should be able to play sports with biological females if the men say they are women. To deny that male and female are categories that also have inborn behavioral differences attendant upon them is to ignore the impact of biology. And again, that exists not just in humans. This exists in virtually every mammalian species.
Well, you know, these animals don't have...
Okay.
These animals do not have the ability to think like that, but we do. I don't understand...
No human being, no animal... No biological being has the ability to so completely transcend its own biology that you can magically change your biology by suggesting that you are a member of a complete opposite sex. Maybe one day we'll discover an alien creature that can do this or a non-mammal that can do this or something. But the basic idea that through thought alone you can transcend all biological limits, again, this is just a recipe for disaster, and especially when you're indoctrinating small kids who are innately vulnerable and frankly stupid. I have 3 of them. When you're indoctrinating small kids in these dumb ideas and confusing them, you're really damaging them.
Then with children, shouldn't we guide them?